What's up guys, and welcome, it's InfernoKun here with my teaser breakdown for the semi-final episode of Game of Thrones, episode 5, called A Nest of Vipers. So yeah, we're on the last 2 episodes of this season, so it's been going by like really fast and it's been great. So also the episode name is called A Nest of Vipers, so that's kind of hinting towards Oberyn Martell's nickname, the Red Viper, and I don't think we'll see him, but we might have mentions of him in the episode, because at this point in the game we're probably at about season 4, episode 4, maybe a bit higher up, because we're about to go to Tyrion's trial. So yeah, we might have some mentions throughout King's Landing about Tyrion's trial and trial by combat involving Oberyn and the mountain, so we'll see about that. But we also have the slide for episode 5, which says, when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. So yeah, it's a quote by Cersei Lannister, of course, from the TV show, and this could be applied to the Foresters right now, because they have to win the Game of Thrones or they'll die. So let's go ahead and play a teaser, then I'll break it down.
Ethan was the first Forester I killed. Doesn't have to be the last.
You don't know what you're in for, Garrett. What you're asking my brother to do. The North Grove isn't what you think it is.
You claim to be a leader, yet your own people do not respect you.
But we did as you commanded!
These aren't sellswords, Asher. They're killers.
Roderick!
I can't believe I trusted him.
I know you and my brother were in contact. Perhaps he told you things. Things that might prove his guilt. Perhaps you're not to be trusted either.
Oh, you're not listening, Garrett.
Shh!
Okay, so here we have Ramsay and Roderick in the Ironrath Grove, and he's threatening to kill Roderick. Way to start this off, but anyways, yeah, so we're still missing some things going on after the ending of episode 4. The Glenmores aren't there, depending on your choices. If you chose to keep them with you, go in the High Point, the Glenmores aren't there, so definitely Ramsay didn't come alone. He had some soldiers there somewhere to apprehend, all the peasants of Ironrath, the people who were there to defend Ironrath, and either your sentinel or your other person you left there. So I'm sure we all remember Ethan, and after that episode, Ramsay set up a mount of orders to go ahead and have the White Hill garrison stationed at Ironrath. So Ramsay is not going to be too happy to see that the Glenmore soldiers took over Ironrath took the White Hill soldiers out of Ironrath, because he said, hey, station a garrison here, keep the Foresters in check, and the Foresters are retaliating and defying the Boltons. So that could be a bad thing. He could be really pissed off at Roderick. I mean, obviously, you can't tell when he's pissed off, because he's always smiling crazily and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, he could be trying to mention that, hey, you get out of line one more time, I'ma kill you. And I doubt Telltale will kill off another playable character by the same guy. I would not like it if Ramsay killed Ethan and Roderick as well. So don't let a canon character kill 2 playable characters. That is a bit too much. So let's go ahead and move on to the second scene we have of Sylvie saying the North Grove isn't what he thinks that it is. I mean, it's not going to help you or something like that. So everyone's been saying that throughout the whole season. We had Finn say it. We had Jon Snow say it if you ask him about it. And no one believes in North Grove, not even the wildlings outside of the wall where the North Grove is, and we have Sylvie here saying that he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. So the North Grove has been getting hyped up ever since episode 1, when Lord Forrester said,
Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand?
So yeah, Lord Forrester was pretty dead set that this thing could actually save House Forrester if it was in grave danger, and he was pretty sure of it. We have a map, and we have Collar who says that, he knows where it's at, and he's able to go ahead and help us. Now, I can't really take this girl too seriously because of our first encounter. I mean, she wasn't the most provoking person ever, And I couldn't take her too seriously with her sporting her spirit Garrett and making a few jokes and everything else. And she's in her like early teens, so she might not know as much as Gregor Forrester does, and maybe Duncan Tuttle, because I'm sure that the Lord of House Forrester, who has been the Lord for 16 years, knows something that could actually help his house out in case of danger. I mean, he obviously might have had a fail-safe plan in case things go down, so I think I trust Lord Forrester on this. It could be real, but in case it isn't, I'll probably be a little disappointed because it's been hyped up for so long. So I hope that whatever is in the North Grove is useful and might help House Forrester out in any way. So we'll see about that. Let's go ahead and move on. We have a scene where Daenerys isn't too satisfied with how the job was done in Marine. Now you have two versions of this. I think there's probably three, maybe, but I only seen two of them. So the first one is if you don't let Beskha kill her master and you don't either, you get this one right here. And the second one is if you or Beskha kill the master. So Daenerys says justice is for Marine to deliver, not you. So yeah, she gets mad at you either way you go, and Asher counters it by saying we did it as was told, and she doesn't care. Daenerys, why? Why does Daenerys have to be so unreasonable? I thought we were going to get this army, but, you know, we probably still might get this army. But we'll see what happens then, because Daenerys, she's just really just not working with Asher right now. She wants everything done perfectly, or you don't get the sellswords. Now, it's pretty unreasonable, and it's not as simple as do the job right and you get the army. So she actually has to put another wall between you. So let's go ahead and talk about the other scene that involves Daenerys too as well. Now Beskha says that these are not sellswords. I mean, they're killers. So my guess is that Daenerys gives Asher and Beskha and Malcolm some swords, but they aren't sellswords. They aren't these trained sellswords. They're just killers. They're like the people in a nice watch, okay? They're not going to be perfect at combat. They're not going to be obeying every order. They probably will take gold and do what you say, but they won't be on the same skill level as sellswords. So Daenerys probably just gave Asher some of her lowest grade soldiers. So that's what I think happening here. But anyways, go ahead and move on to the next thing we have of a traitor OMFG moment. We have Talia running in and Roderick revealing a message from our fellow traitor, and it has finally been disclosed as a him. So the theory of Lady Eliza Forrester cannot be anymore. So it's either down to Maester Otegrin, Duncan, or Sir Royland. So yeah, those are our contenders for our traitor. Now, from episode 4, we had Maester Otegrin getting beat down by the Whitehills and Griff. So definitely that was kind of a thing that could make someone think that he still isn't the traitor. But me, I think that he is for some reason. I don't see Duncan being a traitor. Well, I do mostly him. Like if it wasn't Maester Otegrin, it would definitely be Duncan, because Duncan, well, if you look at Duncan's codex page in the menu, it says that fingers have been raised about his loyalty, but then he proved his loyalty to Lord Forrester, and then he became Castellan of House Forrester. So then we have Sir Royland, who is the Master at Arms at Iron Wrath, which is a bit more trustworthy because his anger towards the Whitehills is unbelievable. I mean, this guy is so angry, so violent, and I like him sometimes. But anyways, that's what I think. And Maester Otegrin, he's been really suspicious lately. So me, I'm thinking either Maester Otegrin or Duncan Tuttle, because I don't know, because like, why would Lord Forrester trust him so much to even give him information about the North Grove? So tell me your guys' thoughts on who the traitor is. I'll probably make a separate video once again for an in-depth discussion about it, so look forward to that. Anyways, tell me your thoughts on who the traitor might be. So let's go ahead and move on to the next scene. We have of Cersei talking to Mira about her contact with Tyrion and everything else, and that she might know things that will make him guilty during his trial. So yeah, Cersei's definitely going to grind into Mira, trying to get information out of her, possibly do things like try to imprison her, try to get her to go along the trial and everything else. So it kind of a bit of a mess here, and she isn't trusting Mira right now, just like Cersei always does with everyone. So think of this as what would happen if Sansa was still in King's Landing. You know, of course, Cersei will be grinding against, you know, her trying to get information out of her because of her husband poisoning the king and everything else. So now that Mira is here, Cersei wants to question Mira about this, and there could be some trouble because Cersei is now suspicious of us. So there could be some trouble from Mira there. So let's go ahead and move on with the last scene we have of Garrett and Cotter probably in an argument, and then Garrett hears something, a rumble in the forest. Now, dear God, I'm hoping that it's not wildlings. Oh God, no more wildlings. I had enough wildlings. I'm hoping that there could be some White Walkers in the forest. I know it's kind of far-fetched. I'm hoping for them to actually show up in episode 4, where we got wildlings instead. So we do have a chance to actually have a White Walker encounterment. So it could be that, or it could be some more wildlings with the mammoths and the giants. So, you know, I think White Walkers would be more doable for Telltale right at this moment. So hoping for that. So tell me what you guys think about the teaser. Tell me your predictions and everything else. Leave it down in the comment box below. This has been InfernoKun. If you guys did enjoy, leave a thumbs up. It helps out a lot, and I do appreciate it. Let's cherish these last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. This could be some troubling times for the Foresters. So thank you guys for watching once again. Subscribe for more, and I'm out.